Hey up fellas, Coach Si. So I hope you've had a good Monday. I know everyone's got the Monday blues. It's still January, it's cold, it's dark. Not much to look forward to, not much sunlight. But do you know what? The summer body really is made in the winter. There's no such thing as a quick fix, magic potion. You know that in yourself. You're not 21 anymore where you start eating healthy and you start exercising and it just falls off you. You've got to be more committed, more dedicated. So today, if you're unsure where to start with nutrition, just wanted to give you a little helping hand. So I understand that when you've been out of the game for a while, it can be actually quite hard just to get started. And when it feels overwhelming and there's just so much going on and you're reading all this different information from different people like me and other companies and magazines, etc., and diets on TV, you don't know where to start. Now, we always focus on keeping it simple. We always focus on making sure that it works around a lifestyle, mainly for a busy dad who's got a really busy office job. So you're probably traveling a lot, airplanes, cars, meetings, board meetings, you're against tight deadlines. They're the type of blokes that we tend to work with. So it's important that the systems that we come up with that work, obviously important that you get results, but it's also important that it works around your lifestyle. So there's two methods you can follow. You've got portion controlling, okay, initially, and then you've got calorie counting. I personally think that portion controlling is a great start, a great kickstart into nutrition, because we've seen blokes lose up to 4 stone following the system. You've not got to count and track everything, and it's fairly flexible. You still get to enjoy beers, treats and stuff like that through the week and see results, and you'll feel much better in yourself. So the way the portion controlling works is if you're to focus on 3 things. Number 1, cut the crap out. Number 2, you want to focus on portion sizes. If you're eating massive whopping portions, start reducing those portion sizes down. Now that doesn't mean eat tiny portions, but it just means don't eat till you're bursting, okay? Eat till you're full and you're satisfied. If you know you're having massive portions and you've got a huge appetite, then you're going to just have to shrink that down a little bit. And then eat protein with every single meal. So think meat, fish, dairy, protein shakes, protein bars. Protein with every meal. It's going to help keep you fuller for longer, and it will help you to not want to, basically eat as much, and it's going to control your hunger cravings. So think about cutting out the crap, reduce your portion sizes, have protein with every single meal that you have. It's going to keep you fuller for longer. They're the basics with the portion controlling system. We do have like a manual and a guide that goes in through a lot more detail and kind of outlines what you should be looking at as a portion of carbs, such as rice, pasta, bread or whatever, and then portions of protein, and then you've got your fats and your veggies and stuff like that, and then how often you can drink. So we advise our lads can still drink twice a week. You still go out with the lads, you can still enjoy, but it's about controlling what works around that. And the same with treats as well. So if you like to have a treat on a Friday night to unwind, or you have a family takeaway night, again, you want to make sure that you're in good stead for that, right? So there we go. So there's that. And then the next thing. Oh, let me just point out as well. I just forgot to point out. Just read my notes. The great thing about portion controlling is it's easy. It's great for beginners. Great to get your kick started. Do you know what? It has a lifespan of 12 to 18 months of you continuously seeing results. And that's it. It works. Do you know what I mean? So let's move on to calorie counting. So that is the natural progression. Let's say you've been following this portion controlling system. You've got so far, you're 12, 18 months down the line, and you're like, do you know what? I'm nailing the system of portion controlling. I'm nailing my my training. I'm hitting 10,000 steps a day. You're absolutely nailing it. What's next? I want the next level, and then that will be. Now, calorie counting. Now, I want to point out calorie counting. A lot of people tend to think, oh my God, well, it means I'm on 1,200 calories. I'm going to be starving and chewing my arm off. It doesn't mean that. That's old school. All you need to do is figure out a slight calorie deficit using a good quality calorie calculator that's not too extreme. It'll work out a deficit for you, and then it will help you basically moderate your calories. What I like about it is it's more accurate. I mean, if you follow it accurately, it's accurate, it works. You're definitely going to get results. And the great thing as well is, like, when you have treats, when you have beers with the lads or takeaway night with the family, whatever, you can basically, let's say if your calorie intake is 2,500 a day, on a Saturday night, if you know you're having a curry and beers, and let's say that's 1,000 calories, calorie, you can put it in your app, okay, your calorie counting app, and you've got 1,000 calories spoken for, and then you've got another 1,500 calories to eat through the day. So I like to call the term flexible dieting. You still want to make sure your food quality is good when you're calorie counting, but it's not necessary for fat loss. It's food quality health, fat loss, no. So it means that when it comes to having a treat, you can have it. You can have your cake and eat it and count it, basically. It's easy to set up. It's more accurate as a benefit. And obviously, you can track your treats and booze. All I would advise is when you start your journey, I say this all the time, and that's because men are always in a rush. Do you know what? Everyone's always in a rush, and a lot of blokes are like the all or nothing approach. Like, I'm going to cut out the beers, I'm going to, cut out the bad food, and I'm just going to hate life for 3 months or whatever, but you won't last 3 months. So stop being in a rush. Find a system where you can gradually lose the weight, where you can still enjoy your life through the week. Especially if your job is about entertaining clients, like a lot of our men, they entertain the clients, taking, out for beers and drinks. They still need to be able to live their life and do their job to their full potential, as well as seeing results. So find a sustainable solution is what I'm saying. There's loads and loads of different methods out there. They're 2 that I've just named. I will only recommend those 2 because they're the ones we practice, the ones that work. But there are so much out there. So why I'm saying that is find something that works for you. If you're going to do, calorie counting and you hate the idea of it and it pisses you off, then don't do it. Find something else. Loads of diets out there. Make sure it's enjoyable. Make sure you enjoy your nutrition. If you are following a system where it's boiled rice, broccoli and chicken, again, you ain't going to last. And you ain't going to enjoy it. You'll put all the weight back on. You'll feel pissed off. It actually knocks your confidence because you will look at yourself as I failed at that, okay? So don't set yourself up for failure by following a system that you're just looking at it and you think, fucking hell, well, I could do that for 4 weeks and that's about it. It ain't worth it, okay? That's why we like our 2 methods. They're sustainable, long-term, manageable around a busy dad with a busy career. Also, just to let you know, we're going to be reminding you of this all week, starting on the 28th of Jan. So a week today, we're going to do a 7-day free trial. So we're basically going to open up the whole program. You can look at how we do nutrition, the private group, all the sessions, meet coaches. So if you want to learn a bit more about our program, how it works, you get to speak to the chaps. The great thing is when you speak to the chaps, you can ask how long they've been and what they've achieved. And when you get to hear their story and you get to hear it from several blokes, you'll have the confidence knowing, do you know what, I'm in the right place to get results. Or you could just use it as a kickstart so you can feed off our energy, get motivated and then go do your own thing. Either way, we would like to invite you to our 7-day free trial. If you're looking for a kickstart, and you don't know where to start. So we're only looking for motivated individuals. If you're not motivated to do this right now, then your time is not now and it's not the right timing because you'll do it, you'll drag your ass. We don't want that. We are looking for motivated individuals that just probably need the tools or don't know where to get started. We will teach you how to get started. Anyway, for now, that's all we want to go through. Where to start with nutrition, 7-day free trial, starting 1 week today. We're only going to be looking for 10 fellas to get involved. If you're interested, comment below. If you're watching this via our emails, reply back and we will give the information. Coach Si, signing out.